Man United won, Southampton 0. First away win since what? Norwich away last season. We needed that, bro. We needed that. How'd you break that down?
Again, I would say I want to just some smoke really for the Eredivisie slander that's been coming. People behave as if this league is just the greatest and there's not players that are brought in from other leagues. It happens. Get over it. It's like we've had Luke Shaw, we've had Maguire at the back four making mistakes for so long. So they play in the Premier League. It doesn't make you better because you play in the Premier League. It's your attitude and your actually ability on the ball and what you can say. That defence is a defence to be proud of. Yeah, I was nervy at the end because I was desperate for the points.
Yeah.
Incredibly desperate for the points. But when you even looked at it, they look comfortable. And it's a defence that you can tell that that's the part that needs to be built up, right? They've been under pressure for so long. You're talking about not winning away from home in a long time. Southampton, hard ground for us to come to because they've been a bogey team for us.
Yeah.
We've come in here and it's a well-thought performance. I'm not going to say we were talented going forward at all, right? But then defensively, that thing that you're going to build up on to make our team better, I saw it. I saw a bit of battle there today. It was a lot for me to be excited about. Again, Martinez Varane. You spoke to me about Varane for a long time. You're telling me, listen, KG, this guy's this. And I thought he was coming here on retirement home settings. No, the guy now he looks like he's fit. Don't want to speak too soon on it, but the combination play, Maguire was talking about it's going to take us weeks to do it. Bro, they did it in their first game. Liverpool done it again today. Again, and even when Martinez does make a mistake, who's there? Varane. You know, so that's a great place to build. Delo, I've got to give him his credit. Interception, they said, 6 interceptions between him and Malacia.
Both got 6, yeah.
Better. Now, the delivery was somewhat wanting at times, but he gets the main one.
Yeah.
He gets the main one, and we can go into the week because that's the positives, right? Defensively, great, and I have to give Scott McTominay a shout out as well.
He deserves his props because
he deserves a shout
yes,
out.
We could talk about quality on the ball, and look, Casemiro's ready in the wings, waiting. We know what way we're going to start going, but I just think he proves that there's still a role for him. In certain games. This was the type of game where it's about his physicality, he's winning headers. Wasn't great on the ball, gives away a couple fouls. It wasn't perfect, but he did play well.
He played well.
Again,
defensively, he was tucking in. So when the ball does, when they whip one in, he's always there. I saw him in between Varane and Martinez at times, and that's what you want from him. It's just unfortunately he can't do the other stuff. But praise him for the good stuff he's doing. He done it. He played his part today, which I'm proud of him for that. Again, you've been talking to me at Eriksen. We had a long conversation on the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, raw. You was like, because I was trying to take Eriksen out and say,
yeah, you didn't even want to start him, did you?
No, because Frankie. Remember when I was
when
I had the Frankie dreams? Yeah, so I was like Casemiro, Frankie, Bruno, and he was like,
I tried to tell you Eriksen can.
He said Eriksen can play in that. Don't put Bruno in. So we had this long conversation, and then Bruno was proving it early that no, actually. You just don't look after the ball. Yeah. You're just not that guy. And then what happens? Eriksen's doing stuff, it's working, and we had that moment, that big moment where it's like, was it 3 saves they make? 2
blocks, 1 save, or 2 saves, 2 blocks, I don't know.
You wish we wish we scored early, didn't get it, but then you could see what Eriksen does. Bruno, the good and the bad, good, bad, ugly, whatever you want to call it. But then the finish.
He came through clutching it.
The finish. Again, and this is what we talk about. Like, I know Man United fans, that you say this, that, and the other, and say, he's rubbish, rare, but it's the difference today. Like it or not, we could have just played 90 minutes and nothing happens. A draw, we go home. You know what I mean? He still provides that. So no matter what you want to say on his name, he came up good. In the when it counts, he delivered. And I'm taking him 3 points home, and we don't know what that means for us.
And let's not get it twisted. That is not an easy finish. Like, you talk about the delivery from Dalot, which is good, but he hardly laid it on a plate for Bruno, did he? That was a tough finish.
It was a really good. I give Dalot a lot of critique. Good cross, but the finish in preparing it, he knows he's going to hit it to the ground. It's again, we always talk about Bruno Fernandes and football IQ, and sometimes like it's just reckless, you know. But then in the box, like to know he's already up. Getting, like, winding it up before the moment of contact, he knew, I'm going to do this. Into the ground, goal, plan, positioned. Now, let's get into the problem. Transfer window's closing. I don't trust these Glazers out. It has to always be said. But we need to move. You saw, I saw when I listened to Ten Hag's post-match, talking about just the game, you mentioned Ronaldo.
They asked him.
They asked him about Ronaldo. It wasn't as strong as we've been in the press conferences. This was not as strong. He's definitely staying. If he goes, we'll make a solution, whatever. But one thing we can say is, if he's picking his best team, unfortunately for him, Ronaldo's not in it because of what he wants from his striker. You know, and he wants someone that's going to let the ball stick to him. I need Man United to go out and find the player that's going to support as a centre forward.
We can't rely on Martial. If Ronaldo leaves, big problems, because Rashi was up front first half in games where it's not on the counter and you're playing against the high line. He's a bit null and void.
He can't do it. But again, let me give Rashi some credit. Yeah. Again, we're the beginning of our process.
Of course.
It's the beginning of our process with 3-4 games in, and we need to learn how to attack as a team. You saw some good bits from Sancho and stuff, and when you do bring in like an Anthony, if he does come, that will provide something different. But Man United, again, we just got to be patient. This whole thing's got to be patient, but we have a manager that knows what he wants to do, and give him his funds, give him what he needs. He will make something good for us.
What do you make of the togetherness and like the confidence of what those 2 wins will do to us, especially, you know, coming off the back of the Liverpool one, which was, okay, that's very difficult. Yeah. But to double it up with something we haven't done for so long, which is win on the road and keep a clean sheet, what do you think that does for our confidence?
I think, again, it's the manager's trying to prove to these players, believe in me, right? Unfortunately, Ralph wanted them to believe in him, but it just didn't go his way. And then there was the injuries. There's so many things that happened where he just thought, nah, you're chatting rubbish. The Liverpool performance was a big one for him, because the Liverpool one came after a mauling, right? And he said, look, work for me, look at the rewards. And now he gets to say it again. He's like, well, guys, I told you so. After that, you say, I can't argue with someone that's right, you know? So now I'm going to do what he wants, and it's going to work. And the greatest thing is he's playing players that are good on the pitch, that are meant to be there. Sancho wasn't giving it all. You were talking about beating a man. Sancho, get off the pitch. You know, so again, you don't get into the team because of the name on the back of your shirt. You get into the team because, you know, you're playing and you're giving the manager exactly what he wants to see. Elanga's starting. Your son, Anthony Elanga.
Needed a bit more from him at times, but then, you know, the key moments of the game, in that little period, he makes them runs from out to in and just a bit brave on the ball.
We're not the finished, again, we're not the finished article. It's going to take us time, but finally, we had the right manager. When I listened to him in the post-match and he's breaking down exactly what he wants from his football, we have the right person that's leading us. Give him the tools, we'll have success. Like the Glazers have to do, give him that. If you're not going to listen to Jim, bloody give him the fucking, excuse my language, give him the tools. Give him the tools and we'll see a big difference. That's all, that's really like, that's all I want. I don't want the transfer window to close and we don't get anyone.
To finish off, the man of the match was Martinez. Is that unanimous for you, or is there anyone else? Yeah, Martinez.
Again, shout out again to Malacia. David De Gea does what he needs to do as well, but Martinez just takes it. Varane should get a mention because
he's kind of going on under the radar a bit, innit?
He's like the quiet child.
But he's not putting a foot wrong.
He's a quiet child, but he's, you know, like someone that's always doing well, so you don't say nothing about him, but there's that one that's bullish and he might kind of mess up the room and that.
More,
so Martinez is that kid that is like, he's probably been sent out of class a few times, so you think, oh, go on, give it to him, most improved. But again, it's only because they chat so much rubbish about him. Why we're got a clean eye on him, you know what I mean? So again, you could give it to either or. I thought, I'll give it to Martinez because let's just keep the agenda going, innit?
100%.